All right. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hi, and welcome to QCafe here at Musen for Consulting. So allow me to just change my background a bit. There you go. O, diba? Mas malinis. All right. So good evening, everybody. And once again, my name is Ninang Kate and welcome back to QCafe. For tonight's episode, we're so excited to welcome to our virtual stage a very, very multifaceted woman who we will very much learn from tonight. She is a graduate of mass communication, major in broadcasting from Adamson University, and she is currently finishing her master's degree in business and administration in Singapore Business School. She has 2 kids. She is a real estate broker, a business executive, and a business owner, and a Rotarian. She is also an influencer model who loves fashion and owns a one-stop shop for women. Currently, she is the reigning Mrs. Universe Philippines second queen. So without further ado, allow me to welcome to our QCafe virtual stage, Miss Heaven Penaflorida. Hi, Miss Heaven.
Hello, Kate. Hello, everyone who's watching. I'm so happy to be here.
Grabe, nakakahiya naman. Just kidding.
Ayan, so, parang we're just together, no? Pero it's a virtual Zoom meeting.
Yeah, masaya na talaga ngayon ang mga tambayan kasi even though we're not physically together, we get to, spend time together with our with different types of people, no? Ang dami na nating nakikilala because of how the internet has connected everyone, di ba? Miss Evan, kamusta ka naman? Kamusta ka ngayong, eto na, ano na tayo, pang ilang season na ba tayo ng pandemic?
Parang continuous yata yung pandemic season natin. It never gets to stop na ata. Parang pabalik-balik. But I think now it's better compared to before. I think we're back to level 1 naman na.
Yes, medyo exciting times na ngayon kasi we get to go out. Kamusta naman po ang isang business owner right now na medyo naglo-loosen up na ang mga restrictions?
Ngarag, that's the right word for it. But of course, very excited and happy because there's a lot of new business coming in, which we are very thankful for, di ba? Mas okay na yung situation now before the pandemic or during the pandemic time.
This is true. Tama yon. And nakakatuwa kasi ang dami na talagang mga businesses na hindi lang nagsusurvive, kundi nagta-thrive pa. Di ba? And for tonight's episode, I've heard that our topic is all about personality development. Isang topic na kailangan talaga natin in order to, move up to the next level in both in our personal and professional career. Miss Heaven, what can you say about personality development? Why do people really need to have this kind of course, or how do we take personality development ba?
Usually kasi for people, they would want to enroll to classes like this. Mostly you have to pay for personality development training because it would really help you enhance yourself. Plus the fact that you can go to different heights. You can use this to everything, whether it's for business or for casual talks lang. People would love you if you were able to develop your personality right from the beginning. So I think this would be helpful to everyone, whether you're studying or whether you're a career woman already, it helps.
Totoo, isa talaga to sa mga interesting na mga topics na kailangan din talaga natin in order for us to move to the next level, ika nga, ng ating mga sarili. Because learning doesn't stop after you go to school, di ba? Pag natapos ng school, yun na ba yun? Di ba? It's really not just that.
Ooh.
Ikaw, Miss Heaven, how did you start with your personality development journey? Paano ka ba napukaw na kailangan mo pala to?
Ayan. Paano ba? I think when you have to start working, or actually from school, di ba, the way you present yourself, the first impression that you show people, that's a big impact already, whether it's for school or for your career. So I think for you to have that, the first thing is you have to have a good personality. That's the first thing that people would look at. So that's the first step of personality development. Make sure that you have a good personality. So, I mean, how would people define a good personality? Kate, ikaw ba? What do you think of that?
Ako, isa lang ang definition ko talaga, yung sinasabi nila sa lahat ng resume mula nung nag-a-apply ako 2012 pa lang banda, kailangan may pleasing personality.
Yeah, I think everyone would say that, no? But when you say pleasing personality, how would you define that? People would always say na, ay, dapat yata maganda ka.
Ay, hindi po.
Sabi nila, parang ganun lagi yung impression na you have to be pretty and beautiful for you to become a pleasing personality. But that's not true. Definitely not. It's how you present yourself. I think number one lang is about confidence. That's all it takes. Confidence, of course, positive thinking. Yun lang. I mean, as long as you can carry yourself well, that's good enough. That's how you present yourself to everyone who's watching or listening to you. That's how people would say na, this person is pleasing personality.
Yes.
That's how you present yourself lang.
Totoo, I totally agree with that, Miss Heaven. Kasi I remember when I was a fresh graduate, eto na nga, ang mga pleasing personality, ganyan. I was caught off guard with that question actually. I mean, yung interview that is directed towards my personality and whatnot. Kasi at that time, na bago pa lang ako, I was 19 eh. Mm-hmm. And syempre, wala pa tayong first interview ko pa naman yun. First official job interview. So it was really hard for me kasi syempre, graduating pa lang ako noon ng college nung nag-a-apply ako. And I was caught off guard when I was asked na kailangan pala magpapayat ako just so I could go to that job. And akala ko okay na ako yung kasi I know how to present myself naman. And then when I was asked the question, okay, we want to give you the offer, but would it be okay for you to lose weight? Tapos parang, naglag ako ng mga 3 seconds and then, yeah, I think if, ganun pa yung ko. Pero,
offensive yun ang very, very light,
yeah, but at that time po kasi alam naman natin, iba pa yung panahon noon eh.
Oh,
Iba rin ang employers noon, hindi pa sila ganun unlike now. But, isang bagay na nadala ko is because of the personality nga na we were taught in school. Yung how to carry conversations like that. That is also part of personality development actually. Kasi 'di ba, how do you address an offensive remark?
True.
Especially from a potential employer. O 'di ba? So those are the kinds of things. Kaya feeling ko importante talaga para sa atin na matuto tayo kung paano talaga natin aayusin yung personality natin. Kasi sabi nga, ika nga sa term, personality development, nade-develop siya.
Yes,
so,
that's true.
You're not born with a perfect personality. Diba, Ms. Heaven? Diba? May mga ugali tayo na nakukuha natin na bata pa lang tayo na it's not good, pero kaya nating baguhin. So,
definitely.
With that, Ms. Heaven, ikaw, can you share with us a very notable experience naman on your end na parang masasabi mo, uy, nagkaroon ako ng character development sa part na yon. Yung parang ganon. Can you share with us on your professional career? Did it ever happen to you na parang nagkaroon ka ng self-realization na because of all the learnings you got from personality development courses o kaya from basically the things that you did for your self-development, how it helped you? Can you think of a scenario wherein naging parang pivotal siya sa career mo?
Okay. So I think the first thing is that when I applied to jobs, I started working at the age of 17. So I'm super young that time. So I think that's an edge if you have a good personality as well when you try to apply to certain jobs. Actually, just to share, I tried to apply for a fast food chain and I got rejected. But when I applied for a call center, I got hired. For two different reasons. And guess what? The reason why they did not hire me is because they just don't like me because I'm not smiling daw. O, diba? So it really depends on how people would perceive you and how you present yourself to them. But she was right. I agree totally that I'm not super smiley kasi at first impression. At that time, I was super young. But when I learned about it, that, all right, so I have to present myself pala na super, I think, jolly or fun to be with and engaging para people would love me. Okay, it helped me then. At least I've improved from there. So the first thing is make people like you. Make them feel like, interesting. Parang, diba? Parang people would love to talk to someone who's genuinely interested with them. So whenever you talk to someone, just smile and really be eager to listen and to have a conversation. Just like us. This one is very natural for both of us already.
Yeah.
We're really talking to each other and really listening to what each other is saying. This is one point of it already. And be a good listener. Listen to what we're doing right now.
Ang ganda nun.
Diba? Kasi we're both developing and then we're listening and we're both interested with what we're talking about. So that's one thing already. That's a part of personality development na. And of course, one more thing. If you give opinions to people, you never say that they're wrong.
Ooh, that's
never say that, uy, you're wrong. Ay, mali yan, sis. No. You don't correct people because they will get offended. You just, sometimes I just nod or sometimes I would say, maybe this would be a better way. But you never tell people na, you're wrong. Siyempre, ma-offend yun. They wouldn't like you na, di ba? That's how people would perceive you. Just respect each other. I think that's one thing.
And I think invalidating a person's opinion talaga is, alam mo yun, no talaga siya. I'd like to take on from what you've mentioned earlier na appearances matter. Common na nakakalimutan din ng mga tao na pag sinabing personality, hindi lang siya ugali. It's also parang full package siya. Kasama pati appearance mo. When you mentioned about you applying to a fast food, tapos di ka natanggap, naalala ko kasi when I was in high school, we also had that similar experience na entrepreneurship kasi ang major ko noon and talagang pinag-OJT nila kami. At syempre, nung mga panahong yon, ang uso ay emo. So, ang buhok ko ay naka-slide bangs, naka-skull.
Naka-eyeliner ka ba?
Eyeliner ako na black, pero naka-school uniform. So, when I went to the to that fast food chain na ina-applyan ko na I have my teacher's papers with me, parang formalities na lang, nai-introduce kami dun sa store owner para yun yung magbe-brief sa amin. Pinagsabihan ako, I was 15 at that time for that OJT. So sinabihan ako nung owner na, okay, I know na you're new to this kasi 15 lang kayo, hindi nyo pa alam yung mga bagay-bagay, pero ganito kasi yun. You don't show up for an interview with skull earrings. Sabi sa akin, looking like an girl. Sabi niyang ganon. Kasi kami noon, yung classmates ko at that time, 3 kami. Fresh out of, ano pa lang siya, parang kakatapos lang ng klase, dumiretso kami doon sa store. So, naalala ko tuloy bigla, oo nga, part of personality as well is how you present yourself, your appearance, and not just your ugali. Because yes, totoo naman, we are likable with our ugali alone. I mean, may mga tao na hindi kagandahan, pero ma-attract ka kasi matalino o kaya, diba, maayos ka usap o mabait, ganon-ganon. Pero iba na talaga yung alam mo i-manage yung sarili mo in such a way that when people receive you, diba, parang mapapa-wow naman sila. Ayan.
Oh, definitely. I think that's a part of personal branding. Doon na pumapasok yung personal branding. So when you have this personal branding, it would help you gain trust and credibility from the people that you meet. That's definitely true because based from experience, if you present yourself well to other people, you will meet those type of people as well. You will attract the same people and you will magnetize those kinds of good opportunities on how you present yourself. For example, syempre nag-ayos ka tapos yun nga, as you've said, imo-imo ka. So the people that you get attracted to are parang imo-imo din, diba? But if you're like professional, I think you'll be attracting the same type of person, yung mga professional din. So it's a part of personal branding. Bumabaksak siya doon. It's still under personality development.
Doon nagkaroon naman ako ng character development kasi nung nag-college naman ako, natapos na yung face na yon. Natapos na yung mga email addresses mo na nakakahiya na mga badgirl_08@yahoo.com. Yung mga ganong email addresses natin.
That's true.
I vividly remember this as part of our personality development training, ha. We were asked to change our email address. Talagang sinabihan kami ng teacher namin na, guys, huwag kayong mag-a-apply ng trabaho tapos yung pangalan ng email ninyo,
Kalokohan, like mahal kita, I love you at Gmail. very cool.
Oh, yun.
That's true, that's true. Umabot yun, that's like the 2000s yata. Ganon ang nangyari before.
Yeah.
And nakakatawa. There's one example of it is like the first impression. When you apply for a job nga, di ba? If you're gonna compare yourself to someone who's applying na ang suot niya is parang ragged compared to someone na nakabaayos, of course, who's the first person you're gonna speak with? And what's your first impression? Who's you're gonna hire? Parang kahit hindi kayo magsalita, that person who's gonna interview you would think na, I think this one, it's much more better to talk to this person.
Yes.
Professional.
Totoo.
I mean, you have 7 seconds to make a good first impression. And then after the first 7 seconds, you're out. So that means that when you step out of the door, you show yourself, you have to be confident. 7 seconds lang yan, hindi mo na mababawi yun. That's one thing that those people who are watching should remember. First 7 seconds, very, very important yan.
Isang bagay din to na natutunan ko in a hard way. Yung first impressions last. Kasi coming from a school na, hindi naman sa nagda-down ng eskwelahan, pero kapag galing ka on certain universities or schools talaga, may impression na agad sila sa school mo, di ba?
That's true. That's one thing, yeah. Oo. Totoo.
Kunwari, kagaya ko, I am a proud graduate of PUP. Pero nung nag-a-apply ako ng work, ang unang tinanong sa akin is, aktivista daw ba ako?
The impression of the school kasi
without this is me being asked if I was an activist even though I wasn't even given my 1 minute of fame pa nga
Right.
eh. Hindi pa ako nakakapag-spills ko na, hi, my name is ganito, ganito. Diba? So, I know there are a lot of factors that we consider when we talk about personality development. Pero one of the questions that people are really interested to, have a good foundation of is, how and when do you really start to develop your personality? Paano ba talaga natin to, sinisimulang ayusin o kaya paano ba natin tinitignan yung signs? 'Di ba? Kasi there is definitely, kaya kagaya nga ng pagkakasabi ko kanina, and on my end, nagkaroon naman ako ng character development. So paano? How do we really have a good foundation of knowing our own personality and when we need to develop it?
I think for me, it starts when you're still young. Kasi you already have your own personality and it's step by step yon until you grow up. Kasi may level at my stage, as you mentioned earlier, di ba? When you were younger and then you get older, you realize, ay, shucks, I should have done that. I think everyone is coming to that level naman. But let's be honest, we tend to realize those things when we're a bit of matured.
Yeah.
Like we're in college na or after college. That's the time that we realize na, yeah, I really need to develop that. That's, I think, mostly people do that yung mga ganong age. But when you're younger, they don't really mind. But they already have their own personality. We know that you're an extrovert, introvert, emo, or parang nerdy, di ba? May mga ganon when you're young already, di ba? But then, as you get older, you're gonna develop it so that parang you're gonna be neutral and you look like more professional when you, in front of people. And people would judge you by 3 things. So, for those who wants to know that, people will judge you 3 things. So 55%, they will judge you by your appearance and body language. And then 38% is how you talk and 7% on what you're saying lang. So definitely, kahit walang kwenta yung sinasabi mo, but how you talk, if you're confident and you're playing yourself na, oh, I know what I'm saying,
yes.
Okay, they will just accept whatever you're saying. That's the reality. That's the reality. I've encountered so many who's into talking sa stage. Sometimes naman, no offense, but parang wala namang sense yung sinasabi niya. But people keep listening because, wow, engaging.
Oo, totoo to. That's actually why yung mga comedian, yung ibang mga klase ng comedian na nagsa-start up pa lang, nagiging engaged yung mga tao agad sa kanila kasi nakakaaliw sila. Pero if you will really listen intently sa mga sinasabi nila, ano nga ulit? Ganon. Pero tawang-tawa ka na just because they were able to present to you in such a way na nakuha yung attention mo. And I would like to agree sa mga butal-butal na percentages. Pero totoo siya.
That's reality That's what's really happening And you really have to make a good impression on it sa whenever you present yourself. And how would you do that? Of course, you have to try to smile. If you're not really, parang hindi ka palang ngiti, but making an effort to do that, people would tend to like you more. Go ahead, sure.
I have a very interesting question regarding smiles. I know na you've been a contesera, nasa pageant tayo. Gusto lang natin makita kahit very quick lang. Do you have tips on how to smile? Kasi I think talaga merong tinuturo sa pageant, di ba?
Yes, that's true, definitely. Before, I don't like to smile kasi, let's be honest, I'm not that confident sa teeth ko.
Oh, okay.
Super small yung teeth ko, so I had veneers para to make it bigger.
Oh, okay.
Kasi parang rabbit. So that's one thing. I made my teeth better. Parang I put veneers kasi pala it's bigger. So I felt more confident. But there's a technique there for smiling. Before, hindi pantay yung smile ko. Like tabingi. So I practice. Really, I do. I look at the camera, I look at the mirror, and then I see myself and my reflection. Oh, I look good if I smile like this. Believe me, before, whenever I take pictures, I don't smile using my teeth. But now I'm super proud and I'm so happy. I always smile because it seems like people would love you more when you are smiling using your teeth. It's a good impression. It's a practice.
Actually, kaya ko na-mention kasi I remember, I used to be a production manager kasi for pageants sa school. Tapos syempre, kahit na nasa backstage ka, naririnig-rinig mo yung mga training sa mga model. So, very attentive ako. Tapos ang tinuro na hindi talaga nawala na sa isip ko is yung pencil technique.
I haven't heard that. Sige, paano ang pencil technique?
It's like if you have a pencil, tapos you bite on it.
Okay.
Alright. Distance, yun yung ideal distance ng teeth mo.
Okay.
Para maganda yung ngiti mo.
Okay. I learned something from you. I haven't tried that though. But yeah,
it's for models talaga na parang if you wanna have like yung parang pagharap mo,
kailangan
yung pang yung may diba? Ganun siya, guys. Actually, it's one of the things talaga kasi it highlights your teeth, your front set of teeth, and then plus the corners of your lips when you smile. Kitang-kita kasi siya when you bite on it. So ako kasi mukha talaga akong mataray. Like if you see me in person, ang comment sa akin is mukha akong Miss Minchin. Yan talaga ang ng mga tao.
Ako, masungit yung impression. But how I change it is because I keep smiling. If I don't make an effort to smile, masungit, intimidating. So, ang pangit ng impression. So, dapat effort.
But I love that you reminded us to everybody na we need to practice our smiles. Kasi minsan, sobrang awkward tayo about it. Nakukornihan din yung iba. Pero actually, it's a good thing.
True, definitely. You just have to practice on it lang.
We have a question here that asks, what makes a smile authentic? Ito na nga. Ano pa nagiging authentic ang smile?
You just have to feel it that you're happy. Kasi ako, whenever I smile, I'm really happy. You're not gonna smile tapos you feel sad naman, di ba?
Ang hirap na nalabas sa mata yun.
Oo, mahirap yun. Paano mo gagawin mag-smile ng peke? Hindi ka pala masaya to smile. Di ba? Ang pangit. Hindi maganda. Nice. So we have to be genuinely authentic.
Yeah.
But I don't think na it's possible for us to smile na you're not really happy. I don't know. Parang hindi ko yata kaya yon.
Ang peke-peke nun, pero siguro matinding internalization mo. Malaking malaking character build up na okay, wait, kailangan malungkot ako pero kailangan kong ngumiti. Yung mga tagging inside, mga gano'n.
Pero mahirap siya. Mahirap yun. Mahirap pekein yun. And people would feel if you're really happy or not. They would feel it.
True. At halatang-halata yun sa mga mata ng mga tao.
True. It's very obvious. I don't think you can fake it. Honestly, it's hard. No one would.
Ayan, grabe. Sobrang interesting ng topic natin tonight. I mean, di ko nga namamalaya na we're already 30 minutes into the show.
Kaya nga, lagpas na tayo.
So for those of you who are watching us live right now, if you have any questions regarding personality development that you want to ask our Mrs. Universe Philippines second queen, pwede po kayong mag-comment here on our live sa YouTube. I can see your comments. Say hi to us. Ayan. And for those of you naman na interested sa mga ganitong klaseng talks, feel free to reach out to us on Muzen because these are actually the types of courses that we offer to help not only business people or our employed career persons, kung hindi halos lahat talaga, because we really believe that learning is for everybody and there's really no specific age for you to stop learning. So ayan. So back to our topic, ayan.
Okay lang bang overtime tayo dito? Kasi feeling ko hindi tayo matatapos dito.
I really think kasi when we talk about topics such as this, ang dami-dami talagang facets na parang ang daming pwede natin pag-usapan. Na it's so interesting kasi coming from people with different backgrounds, di ba?
Right.
Iba-iba tayo ng background and then as well as iba-iba na rin ang application na yun. Kasi I believe Miss Heaven na nangyari na sa'yo to. Iba yung feeling ng live event plus itong ganito na although live siya pero digital. How was it for you? How was the transition for you? Because I think your personality is definitely affected in a way on how you present yourself online and offline.
Definitely, it was an adjustment for me because I prefer talking to people in person because it's easier for me to get their attention eh. Unlike if you're online and you don't see them live, it's quite difficult. That's why I try to use lang emphasize yung mga words or yung inflection of the voice. That's the technique I'm using whenever I'm on Zoom online. Kasi if in person, it's much more easier eh. Diba?
Yes, totoo. And voice modulation is easier.
Yes, definitely.
Diba? Pag on-set talaga. Totoo kasi it really affects us yung pati yung mga non-verbal na natin, non-verbal cues natin. Diba? It's also part of that. And of course, sino nga ba ang hindi nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na nakipag-meeting ng off-cam pagkatapos nakapajama pa rin?
Oo, ako nga ngayon eh.
Yung top mo maayos, pero guys, nakapajama ng talaga.
Ako din.
Diba? But you know, we do what we do since ito naman na siya. Iba-iba rin lang talaga ang applications natin.
That's right.
Ayan. We have a question here that asks, do you have any tips on how to improve one's personality?
Yes. So the first thing, as I've mentioned earlier, is you have to be confident in yourself. Because if you're not confident with yourself, it's hard for you to develop it na. Kasi it should be coming from within. You have to feel happy and enthusiastic about yourself and show who you really are. Once you know who you really are, that's the time people would love you na. Confidence is the key. That's it. That's the number one rule.
Totoo. And I really believe na yung confidence talaga, it goes a long way.
True.
Pero definitely, it's not the only way, diba?
Yes, of
We
course.
have to back up our confidence with kung ano yung kailangan din natin, like hard facts if needed, diba? We have to be knowledgeable, actually knowledgeable of the things that we are saying. Because I believe, Miss Heaven, no, it's not all the time na nag-work yung mga bluff.
Hindi, mahirap yun. Mabubuking ka. It would come out naturally. Alam mo yon, malalaman at malalaman yun ng tao kapag you fake it. Mahirap yun. It's hard. Especially if you're a genuine type of person, that will be difficult for you to do.
Yes, I think this is really one of the things that we need to juggle. Yung to find the thin line when it comes to developing what kind of branding nga, personal branding that we want to put out there.
Right.
For example, si Miss Heaven, she has this image of being a model, an influencer. So definitely, she has to be this person na people will believe na kabilib-bilib talaga sa part na to. Maniniwala ka bang fashionista si Miss Heaven kung nagpakita siya sa atin ngayon nang hindi siya mukhang fashionista? Diba? So that is part of it.
Kabasahan lang akong damit, diba?
T-shirt lang na hints, tapos bukas pa. Yung gano'n.
True.
Diba?
That's true, definitely. I agree with
Ayan.
that.
We have a comment here that says, do you agree with the saying, fake it till you become it? Or, fake it till you make it? Yung talaga. Paano? How do we take these types of statements when it comes to identifying our personality?
Sometimes there are white lies naman. Kasi I've done the fake it till you make it eh. I've done that before when I applied in a call center industry. I was 17, so technically you're underage. I have to pretend I'm already 18 for me to get the job. So I think those white lies naman, I just have to show na you can do the job well is okay naman. So I don't think na it's a bad thing as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. Diba? I think that's fine naman. Wala naman ako nakikitang doon. Issue.
Yes, that right reasons and wala kang tinatapakan o inaapektohang ibang tao. Sobrang hirap kapag meron ng ibang taong involved, diba? If it only involves you and your capacity, and your ability, I think those types of things kaya pa natin i-wing it, diba? Kasi we can, like you say nga, white lies. We can say na we accept it and yet not be able to do it right now, pero gagawa ng paraan later on.
Diba? Definitely. Agree. Totoo yan.
So those are the types of things na you don't have to be disheartened naman agad-agad, guys. Especially for our younger audiences. Huwag niyong isipin na bata pa kayo, ang hirap-hirap naman. Those are the statements na narinig ko na noon sa sarili.
At one more thing pa pala sa mga bagets natin ngayon, you have to be very careful with your grooming. Let's be honest merong hindi naliligo everyday at tinatamad lalo na naka-Zoom online. Let's be honest, di ba?
Totoo.
Di ba?
Guys, maligo tayo.
Maligo din pag may time.
Naalala ko, laging sinasabi ng mga tao, pag walang alis, walang ligo. Guys, for 3 years na tayo sa loob ng bahay, wala pa rin.
Let's be honest, may gumawa na yan dito. Kahit ako minsan guilty. Let's be honest, may mga times na nakakatamad. I mean,
yes.
you know, but if you're gonna be presenting to other person, please naman, you have to present yourself in a nice way. You have to make sure na you groom yourself very well.
Sabi nga nila, hygiene is really important.
That's true, definitely.
Really helps us. And ang laking-laking bagay din talaga nun on how we present ourselves. Kasi nga naman, ang mga ganong bagay ay form of respect din. Diba?
Oh.
Paraan ng pagrespeto sa tao, yung humarap ka sa kanya in your best effort. Like, for example, on my end, this is already my 4th engagement this day. So medyo worn out na ang aking sarili. Ngunit naghilamos ng very light at nagpalit ng top. Hindi kinayang mag-lipstick kaya nag-filter. There things you can do pa rin naman. Kasi like, I honestly, one of the things talaga that I love about digital setup, Miss Heaven, if I may, hindi ko na kailangang araw-araw mag-makeup. Kasi merong mga filters that helps us in a way to be more presentable pa rin naman. Kasi at the end of the day, yun pa rin naman yung goal eh.
True.
As long as you can present yourself, diba? As long as presentable ka tignan, it's okay. Para kaya huwag kayo masyadong mahiya, guys. Kasi I think these are one of the parang inhibitions ng mga tao ngayon. Lalo na yung kapag ganitong mga Zoom, ayaw nila nag-on cam. Kasi feeling nila hindi sila presentable. So why not make yourselves presentable, di ba?
Hindi naman masamang polo shirt, di ba? Just top garment lang naman eh.
Oo. At most nga top garment na lang, di ba? Pero syempre, pag nag-full pack na outfit ka pa, di ba? Pero yun nga, totoo talaga. And I really believe that this really helps us develop our personality more. Ayan. So in a nutshell, Miss Heaven, what is your final words to our viewers right now?
Ayan. So for my imparting words daw. For personality development, no? So you have to be confident in yourself. That's the first thing. And then remember, first impression talaga last. For me, kasi it would really help you to gather that audience or to be employed or whatever you wanted to do within the first 7 seconds that they see you. So make the most out of it. Make sure that you try to leave up their good first impression with them. And of course, you have to prepare afterwards na rin, diba? It would help you lang to stand out. If you wanted to get a job or what. So that's one thing that I would really tell you guys na yan. Just be confident with yourself of who you are and try to make the most out of your first 7 seconds. Ayan!
Yes, ang ganda ng comment na yun. So guys, I really hope that we've earned the privilege of your time tonight, that we were able to take at least a few nuggets of information na pwede nyong i-take home at i-apply sa inyong mga sarili. So, hindi naman sa dagdagan lang natin ng konti. So, if ever man na yung 7 seconds mo, nag-fail ka na, you made a wrong impression na, wala ka nang nagawa. Pagpasok mo, natapilok ka na sa stage. Diba? Always bounce back. Right. Yun talaga yun. True. And do not be afraid to own up to whatever mistake that you say. Kasi pwede rin plus point siya. Okay? True. So, always, one of the important na things that I learned to develop is the ability to read the room. This really helps me when it comes to navigating things na nagiging parang nagkaka-fall out, nagkaka-problema. At least I know how to read the room. Alam ko kung paano i-navigate, how do I bounce back when I fall, ganyan. Kasi guys, promise, nadapa na rin ako sa stage. And it's always how you stand up that really makes the biggest impression. So
it's guys, either you cry or you stand up.
Totoo yan. Pero yun nga. So I really hope that we've earned the privilege of your time tonight. You were able to get, a bit of that and this na pwede nyong i-apply sa susunod ninyo na pakikipag-encounter sa iba't ibang mga tao. So once again, I am joined by Miss Heaven. Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Heaven.
Thank you.
And maybe you can plug your engagements. So where can they reach you? What type of businesses do you have? Perhaps people who are watching right now are also interested.
Right, sure. So everyone who's watching, please do follow, like, and subscribe to my channel. So I have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok accounts. That's Heaven Penaflorida 01. That's my full name lang po. Heaven Penaflorida 01 at Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok accounts. For my business account, we have affnickchic.com. That would be my boutique. That's spelled AFFNIQCHIC. You might be wondering what's that word, diba? My shop means affordable, unique, and chic. So hopefully I get to see you soon sa aking reopening with a salon.
Plus size po ba dyan?
For sure, meron. So hopefully, check it out.
Ayan. So maraming salamat po. I hope nag-enjoy kayo sa napaka-iksing kwentuhan at kulitan here at Muzencore QCafe. Magkita-kita po tayo ulit next week, same time, same place, here at your favorite online tambayan, QCafe. So maraming salamat po ulit sa inyo and have a great week ahead. Goodbye, everyone!